Born from a dream of dominance, Project Chimera was imagined in the Cold War's shadow. Not just another bomb, but a weapon to strike anywhere on Earth in under an hour. The idea: launch a tungsten rod from space at hypersonic speed. No explosives, just pure kinetic energy. They called it the rod from God, a tungsten spear falling from the heavens. Teams worked in secret, pushing the limits of technology, but then, the project vanished, shelved and forgotten. Now someone has found the key to its resurrection. The age of the kinetic superweapon may be upon us. The ghost is stirring. Why did the US abandon Project Chimera? Cost, complexity, and politics? Building it was astronomically expensive. Materials were rare and hard to make. Guidance had to be flawless. The technology of the 1980s wasn't ready. The Cold War thawed, limiting space weapons. Its existence threatened agreements. Fear of a new arms race. The plug was pulled, prototypes dismantled. Project Chimera was a step too far. The story wasn't over. Decades later, the world changed. New powers rose, new tensions flared. Japan, surrounded by nuclear-armed neighbors, needed a new kind of defense. They sought a shield, powerful but unmistakably defensive. Enter the ghost of Project Chimera. Through quiet cooperation, Japan gained access to the old research. Where the US saw risk, Japan saw opportunity. Technology had advanced, materials, computing, guidance. The dream was now possible. In secret, Japan revived the project, renaming it Amaterasu's Spear. This wasn't about dominance, it was about survival. A non-nuclear, non-explosive deterrent fitting Japan's unique reality. Work began in hidden labs, not just copying but reinventing. Engineers and scientists raced against the geopolitical clock. This was more than a weapon, it was a statement. Japan would defend its sovereignty, its people, its way of life. Amaterasu's spear was forged from the ashes of a forgotten dream. It was a bold move for a nation that had renounced war, but the world was changing, and so was Japan. The ultimate defense was being born. A new era was dawning in the Pacific. The legend of the rod from God was alive again. But this time, it had a new name, and a new purpose. The world would soon take notice. The sun was rising on a new kind of power. Japan's approach was different. They aimed to perfect the weapon. The first breakthrough, a ceramic tungsten composite, lighter and more heat-resistant. The projectile, called the Ya, meaning arrow, traveled faster and more stable. Next, guidance advanced AI enabled real-time corrections, target discrimination, and countermeasure evasion. The weapon became a smart, thinking arrow. Launch systems were reimagined. No more massive shuttles. Japan used agile, solid-fuel rockets, making launches faster and cheaper. Amaterasu's spear could be deployed from land or sea, ready to respond in minutes. Precision was the final focus. Not mass destruction, but surgical removal of threats. Targeting was refined to hit not just buildings but specific points, like a missile silo door. This precision justified its defensive role. The weapon was designed to neutralize, not annihilate. It was the modern samurai's sword, immense power, guided by precision and control, a tool for defense, not aggression. Japan's innovation turned a Cold War relic into a 21st century shield. The world's first true kinetic deterrent was now a reality. The line between science fiction and fact had vanished. The arrow was ready, the shield was forged. The world would never be the same. Amaterasu's spear is Japan's message: do not attack us. In a region of hypersonic missiles and nuclear arsenals, this weapon changes the equation. It's a credible non-nuclear deterrent, able to neutralize threats before they reach Japan. Its non-explosive design sidesteps many political and ethical issues. Japan can claim it's not a weapon of mass destruction, but a tool for counterforce strikes. Its purpose: destroy enemy weapons, not cities. This distinction is critical for a pacifist nation. It allows Japan to build a superweapon without breaking its constitutional vows. The project also fuels Japan's tech sector, driving advances in aerospace, AI, and materials science. These innovations boost economic growth and global influence. But the primary goal remains defense. Japan seeks a more independent, robust security posture. Amaterasu's spear is the cornerstone, a checkmate move. How do you attack a nation that can destroy your strike from space in minutes? It's peace through untouchable strength. The shield is up, the region is on edge, the balance of power has shifted. The world is watching Japan's every move. The US is cautiously supportive, publicly praising, privately relieved. It strengthens their Pacific alliance without more American deployments. But Japan's neighbors are alarmed. China and North Korea call it destabilizing, a sword in disguise. They warn of a new arms race, claiming it's a first-strike weapon. Accusations of abandoning pacifism fly. Other nations, like South Korea and Australia, are wary but understanding. They call for transparency and rules of engagement. The fear a miscalculation could spark catastrophe. Arms control groups raise alarms. This weapon blurs the line between conventional and strategic. It falls outside existing treaties, creating a dangerous gray area. The world scrambles to catch up with Japan's leap. The revival of a ghost project has sent shockwaves through the global order. Every nation is reassessing its security. The rules of warfare are changing. The future is uncertain. Amaterasu's spear raises profound questions about the future of war. Speed, precision, and information are now the ultimate power. Has Japan secured peace or sparked a new arms race? The line between defense and offense is blurred. What happens if this weapon is ever used? Would rivals see it as defense or an act of war? The psychology of conflict is shifting. We're building AI-guided weapons that strike with the force of meteors. Are we ready for the consequences? The story of Amaterasu's spear is a preview of the 21st century battlefield. The ghost of Project Chimera has returned, unleashing new fears and uncertainties. Japan may have built the ultimate shield, but shown the world a new sword. The future is here, moving at hypersonic speed.